Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Köln Aachen Timetable update, which has been touted and spoken about and teased for a few months now. It first came to light in the Christmas run-up, where they were showing off new content every day on the lead up to Christmas. This timetable was obviously first mentioned there, and over the course of the roadmaps since Christmas, it's I think it had a couple of mentions, but it's now out, and you will get this if you own the route already. You'll get this update added to your game, so do take a look. Now, this timetable is massively game changing for this route, in the amount of services you'll see. I think about 600. I saw 699 services playable in my menu. It did say on the article around 600 playable, but it seems to be about 700 all in. But I think there's about 4,000 services or something that you'll see under the altogether, including the AI. So yeah, there's a lot. We'll get ourselves into the Flix Train, which again, it's nice to have the Flix Train on another timetable, and actually be able to make use of it. This has I think it's got a there and back in the day, and then there's some shunting moves with the stock as well, which you get to do. We're working a Aachen to Dresden service as well. Let's get straight into the cab. We'll get set up and we'll get underway. But we need to open the doors. The system's on at the back.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
No, that's that. What else? I think that's it, to be honest. The window's open. A bit of extra noise. But yeah, I think everything other than that is action stations. Oh, Aachen stations, shall I say. Awful, I know. Terrible puns. I'm just going to show you down here, just for example, some of the stuff that you'll see. So I mean, there's a random wagon there, dumped. Down the yard. Of coaches, there's loads of units. Pretty busy. There's some shunters knocking about as well. Got the 363 there. I think the 204 makes a good appearance on this as well. I'm pretty certain that's the other unit I saw, like the little loco. Plenty of stopping past you run. Yeah, it's already down here. It looks nice and busy, doesn't it? I'm trying to remember when it come out, this route. I'm not sure if it was 2022 or before, because obviously when they bring different iterations of Train Sim World out, obviously all the stuff goes back on Steam again as a new store page. So whether it was 2022 it come out or not, I don't know. Now, one thing to note is that this actually doesn't come with any TOD updates. It's still, the route is still under the old weather system, so it doesn't look as pretty on the eye, unfortunately. However, there is a PC mod on TS Community, which does add TOD 4 to older routes. I haven't got it in at the minute, but I thought I'd do the video just to show how the route actually appears, rather than putting the mod on. And I'm not overly sure. I need to do a drive really with the mod before I stream it or anything, to ensure that there's no weirdness going on with any lighting in the tunnels or under stationary canopies or anything like that, because they can sometimes be affected. If they haven't been light baked and you put the TOD mod on, it could sometimes not look as nice as it would. So for the purpose of this video, I've left it as is. It does give you some like really bright headlights on the front of the train, for example, which it's just one of them really. It's a shame that it was it just hasn't had the TOD work added to it, because other stuff like this we've seen in the past with updated timetable stuff. We've had all these TOD updates, so yeah, that is a shame. Maybe one day we might see an update officially. Who knows? We can dream. We can live and hope. Obviously, capacity hasn't allowed for this. Now, I think it's Joe that's done the timetable for this, if I'm correct in saying that. And I'm not sure if it potentially has been done in Joe's own time, so that would make sense. If it was obviously done in-house, under in-house hours, then fair enough, they might have had the time to put into doing Pod 4 update to the route, some capacity, but if it's someone's own time and they're just working on a timetable, yeah, it's been done for free of charge as well at the end of the day. It's pretty nice. We won't grumble too much about the lack of all Todd 4. Still see one going, the main thing. Foot down. Now, I was very, very pleased with my other run coming to Aachen. Especially on the freight side of things, there was a lot of freight. I can't remember how many freight I saw, but I saw a lot, which was really, really pleasant to see. And it was more of a case that the amount of freight there was like some side by side, passing each other and or going the same direction as well, and there were really a decent length rate to freight. So good time and effort's been put into sort of the formations and stuff. It's a very, very nice rate of wagons. Not all just like one consistent wagon. Which sometimes obviously can be a thing and it can get quite samey. So when I say we, I mean DTG. So DTG, we've been talking about the upcoming Köln Aachen timetable update for a little while now, coming to bolster the total service count with a huge new selection of playable and AI services. As a reminder, this will be a free update to owners of the route and Train Wall 5, and today they wanted to confirm that all add-ons that will be added as layers for the route following the update, and the rollout plan for different platforms. As a note, the timetable update will initially only be rolled out for Steam players only, with other platforms receiving the update at a later time. So for now, at the time of the release, it's only for PC Steam players. No idea when it's going to come to consoles, just as at a later time, so keep your eyes peeled on that one. I'm sure DTG will probably cover it and keep you all in the loop as to when to expect to see it, if you're on a PlayStation or an Xbox. It always says PC Steam, so does that mean Epic? I don't know about Epic. I take it with it just says Steam, then it's obviously Steam. With all relevant content installed, the service count will go up considerably from the original 552 services to over 4,000, of which around 600 will be playable. Now, as I mentioned before, I saw around 700 services, so it seems to be a little bit more than the 600 mentioned. So, 4,000 is a lot. I'm presuming I think the more side of things will be when you get down to this end of the route. This is obviously a bigger hive of activity around here, a bigger station, so you'll see a lot more services up there. So we've got a list of add-ons which will be playable and AI services on this new timetable. So all these I will cover now. So you've got Bremen Oldenburg, which uses the DBBR 110 with N-Wagen services on a certain AI RB48 Köln and RE4 Aachen service. You've got Dresden Riesa facilitating the Aachen freight services and static stop throughout the route. Frankfurt Fulda for the AI ICT services. Hauptstrecke Hamburg-Lübeck for the static Roost T wagons throughout the route. I knew that had happened. Just ignore that. So I thought I'd get the brakes in just in time, but obviously I was too late for that. And it actually happened on the opposite direction as well. I wasn't paying attention, so we'll just gloss that over. As a bad Tom. We'll just tell me off for about 5 minutes now. Wait for it to stop talking. Note to self, always slow down a bit sooner. Right, so where did I get to before I was rudely e-braked? So Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr, so that uses the BR422 operating S6 services and BR425s operating RE8s, RB26s and RB27s all at Köln and the RB33 down at Aachen. Linke Rheinstrecke for the BR103, which is a rail tour service. LGV Mediterranean for the TGV AI services substituting for the Thalys services between Aachen and Köln. Maintalbahn for the BR642 DMU serving all major stations. Details can be found below, so we'll no doubt cover that shortly. Main Spessartbahn for the DB BR146 and additional RE1 services. Ruhr Nord for the DB-BR 363 for shunting and local services throughout the route and in yards such as Stolberg and Köln-Hansaring. Salzburg-Rosenheim for the BR 111 on RE4 services at Aachen HBF. Kassel-Würzburg for the ICE 1 AI services at Köln, as well as a few playable services running the full length of the route, plus ICE3 AI services at Köln. Most of the freight services also come from this add-on. The Railpool BR 193 Vectron is also playable, and AI Nightjet services. The Flix Train BR 193 Vectron is the Flix Train AI services at Köln HBF with a few playable depot moves and 2 full-length runs, one each way, so this is one of them. Also, note the freight. That's the second freight already. Plenty of them. No doubt we'll see many more on this trip. The DB BR 101, which is the original one, not the Expert, so the original one is used on this. I don't think the Expert's actually utilised for this route. So IC services as AI at Köln, as well as a few playable services running through the full length of the route. The DB BR 218, which is one short freight service that's used bound for a diesel-only branch line. Third freight train. Looks like it's been looped. It's on the front of that. But the 155, is it? Yeah, 155. A cool locomotive to drive that if you haven't done so before. Quite a quirky one. And finally, the S-Bahn Köln BR423. So the BR423 from the new Journeys pack runs all the S11, S12 and S19 services. These are all in their own layers for this timetable and do not affect the new Journeys timetable itself. Right, so that's the layers as such, like the add-ons you need. Further timetable details is the next section. So on the new Journeys timetable, RE4 and RB27 had problems joining the main line in the southbound direction and always ran late, causing only northbound services to be playable. This timetable has them running in both directions. In this timetable, the original RE1, RE9, S-Bahn and ICE services will of course still feature. New AI services will also be seen at various stations such as Aachen, Düren and of course Köln, which has non-stop activity throughout the day, including RE7 trains. For players with the main Spessart-Bahn route add-on, there are additional peak-only RE1 services that run only non-stop between Aachen and Düren, only stopping at Stolberg, HBF. RE1 has also got 2 services a day which additionally stop at Illendorf. Great, sorry, because there's a yellow signal coming up. We'll go back to the right up in a minute. Now we need to even out these signals, which actually has just changed. Could be following a stopper or a freight here. Right, so the DBBR 642 services from Maintalbahn. The addition of the RB20 services will allow players to serve a new station of Ellendorf Bahnhof, which is only served by RB20 and some peak RE services. RB20 trains also run from Langewehr and Düren, as I from Langewehr. I could be pronouncing these really badly. I do apologise. We know what my pronunciations can be like sometimes. I do my best. Do bear with me. Maintalbahn also adds in RB21s and RB28, which are AI at Düren. RB12, RE22, RB24 and RB25 AI only traffic in the Köln area, and RB38 playable service between Köln and Horen, as well as AI only services from Horen, or at Horen, shall I say. Freight services. For the freight fans, the timetable now features a huge new range of services to experience, mostly via the Kassel-Werburg route add-on. Freight trains will need to stop at passing points for high-speed trains or other freight even to pass, who are also A to B runs. There's also shunting services at the Stolberg area too. That's the main thing for me. I really do enjoy freight, and it's nice to see it bustling with freight. Got to remember though, you got to think back to when this route came out originally. There was nowhere near as many trains in the game in the German sector as there is now. So there's so much more now that you can make these big timetables. Right, so platform rollout. The timetable update is scheduled to be rolled out initially to Steam players only, with other platforms receiving the update at a later time. This will come with the next scheduled TSW patch update alongside a range of other improvements and fixes for various add-ons ahead of the release of Cargo Line Volume 3 Intermodal, which is on the 1st of May, which obviously is the day this video has gone live. So obviously Cargo Line 3 is out as well, which we'll find it. Is that going to release? It is. That's my fault. Again, poor driving whilst reading. What I should have done for one of these videos is actually sit in the second man seat and actually just do the reading. Let the AI drive it. So yeah, that would be lazy of me. Goes down to the old uninterrupted cab rides, which I should actually get back to doing now because we've got quite a lot to do. I am due one. So yeah, so they've said here as well they'll provide further details about the Köln Aachen timetable for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and also Epic Games players at a later time, whilst our teams continue to test the platform. So at this time, they're not obviously ready, and they're still being tested. So it says there, which is It's only right, you don't want to send something out if it's not ready. It also says here, if you're a PlayStation 4 player, you may have already gotten a sneak peek preview of the timetable, as it was unintentionally included on the build earlier in the month. We've not been able to further test this platform, and we will share more news for the rollout on PS4 alongside other platforms as soon as we can. In the meantime, if you do try to give it a go on the PS4, please be aware of any issues you may encounter, and we will welcome any thoughts that you have on our Köln Aachen Timetable feedback thread. We'll share next week. So by the looks of it, it's actually already out on the PS4 by accident, but it isn't going to be like the right ultimate like build that we're on here. So, but they are open to feedback. That's cool. It does say there's a thread. So do look for that on the forum somewhere. So TSW5 compatible Köln Aachen. If you're new to TSW5, you can still pick up the Köln Aachen as a compatible content DLC. That is available on Steam, of course, and anywhere else. This high-speed route between the two historic cities of Köln Aachen features the DB-BR 406 ICE-3M and the DB-BR 422 EMU with both LZB and PZB operations. Also, that's really cool, this little unit. This is very cool, there's a red signal.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Lob the anchor out the back of the train. Stopping service arrive at intermediate stations such as Duren and Friarom also allows players to operate in and out around the complex yard of Köln, including the turntable. That's cool. I didn't know there was a turntable route, so I'll have to have a look out for that. And we are evidently being held for something, which looks like it's this unit on the right here. So even though we could have gone straight through it, we are waiting. In reality, freight is a regular feature along this route and are S-Bahn services and depot movements between the yards and stations, making it an ideal route to be updated with these additional timetable services from the wider TSW collection. And that's pretty much it on the right up, so I'm just going to close that down. We're just going to get on and just enjoy the drive, really. But for now, we are being held at a red. We will be waiting for what looks to be the stopper on the right hand side of us. What is it? RE9 service going to... Where did it say it was going? Where's Siegen? Siegen. Siegen. Was that a freight? Is that the fourth freight? Look at the mixture of the wagons that you can see in these rakes. A nice array of wagons there, I will say. Just waiting for the road. I'm hoping that nothing else is going to be going through. The service arriving now. This is actually quite a busy little station on the slide, isn't it? That looks like it's ended there. There's the platform sharing can be done here. There's obviously sections lit. Got the road as well. Quite a shock that we have to be held as well. Oh, it adds variety. It's not just a blanket of greens all the way. Definitely say it makes use of some of the sort of lesser used and seen wagons as well. I don't recall seeing them for a good while. Well, the last time I saw them. Have a quick look at what's going on at the top end, just to sort of give you an idea of how busy it is. So, all sorts going on there. You can see all the trains going in and out. Busy yard. There's a turntable there, isn't it? Just trains everywhere. Huge. Usually busy. You can see on the HUD it says 250, but we actually are VMAX 200. If you're unsure of your VMAX, you can find it usually on the rolling stock, but you should be able to find it on the rolling stock if you know where you're looking. You just look, for example, down here. Where is it? There. That's where. 200. That's our VMAX. If you're driving a nice unit down here, you could obviously do for higher speeds. We're slightly chasing reds and yellows, but they seem to be clearing like a block ahead. Hell, that's doing more than 200. This service is about 44 minutes long. The one I did the other way was a bit shorter, about 35 minutes. That did also feature an uncoupling move at the end and a run into the yard, which was quite a nice little addition, I thought. Keep getting up to these signals and they're just changing as we hit them, so that's good. Hopefully we'll keep it running. It should depend if this unit in front of us stops again before we get to Köln. I'm hoping it doesn't. playing with us. It knows. It's waiting for us to put the brakes on. ETA to Köln is about a quarter of an hour. We've got 22 kilometres between us and the last stop. Nice to have a race with another unit and win. I've got a sea of greens again, so we can get the front right down. What it seems to be doing is it get nearer to like a yellow, and all of a sudden it like clears a section of another 2 or 3 signals. It's just pulled into here, that unit. But it's made way for us and we can now go straight through, so we should have a clear run, I reckon, now. Back up to speed. If you do like your German content and you haven't actually got the original route, I do recommend it. And you will get access to this new timetable when it's out. So PC obviously, of course, first. But so hopefully the console won't be too far behind. Hopefully it won't be ages. Very enjoyable. Especially without your Vectron, actually, because there's plenty of Vectron working under the other ones as well as the Velpool and the actual DV Red one. They've all got their own specific services. Where are we on the map? We're not that far, as you can see. We are sort of on the home straight now. We're like straight down here. Just alerting us that we're coming out of, I think it's LZB. Coming out of. Be ending soon. If that was a neutral section of some form. We have to power off to get going again. No, the LZB will end at some point. It is already counting down actually on the dash in front of us. 4400 at the minute. It is coming down. 4200. we're safe for now, though. You can see now 160 has just come up on the track map, on the little diagram. We'll just put a little bit of brake on, just get it going. I'd rather be down earlier than late, because otherwise it'll catch me out again and we'll have brake lock. On the approach now. I didn't realise it had planes on this route. It must be a basic plane system. I presume it's nothing like what we have these days on newer routes. No idea what it's beeping at. Just press cancel just in case. I have a feeling it's not popping up with like, the acknowledgement alerts. If I've turned them off somehow. I could be chatting rubbish. You can see the absolute hive of activity around it. Look at all that lot over there, and coaches and ice units there. System does take a little bit more of a beating when you get down here. To be expected because it's pretty busy, but it doesn't take long to recover. No, that actually does work. Just popped up one. Nice and busy. There below as well, there's a red coming up. You can see there's loads already around here. You can see all sorts in this station. A little shunter up there as well. Blue one. But it's not just a sea of red. There is a variety. It's this station I'm unsure about with the Todd 4 mod, whether it'll make it go really dark. I'm not overly certain. But really, with this, I'm really chuffed with it. It's so busy. The one thing I do wish and hope to see at some point is the inclusion of a Todd update for this route. I think it's the right side should be open. Could be the left actually, but I've opened the right. Probably should have opened it up the side. Never mind. It's a free roam. We'll jump out. This will be going short, I would have thought. We'll leave that there. Take a moment. Watch some trains coming so we can see all sorts coming in. There's some units and lovely ice set already. This will be like Clapham Junction here. It'll just be a constant flow of trains. Obviously you can see it hampers a little bit FPS wise when you look in the station. But all is good. Very bright. This is what I mean with the top stuff. This is the sort of thing that needs updating. It's blinding. Like, no idea what's actually causing that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Do go and take a play with it if you've got the route already, and go and enjoy it because it's really, really fun. If you like your German stock and you like busy timetables, it's definitely one for you. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit your notification bell for future videos and catch us on Twitch on a Monday and Friday at twitch.tv/trainsim_TV. We cover all sorts of TSW, TS Classic, and if we have other things on, we do other bits as well. Until next time, guys, thank you again, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.